Hey, this is Nostrvini, doing Sunday morning, or Sunday afternoon, actually, if we're going to get technical about the situation. Basically, a report on this weekend's many fights from all around the world, from your basic New York, Cleveland, or somewhere where the black people live, your ones from Vegas or Nevada or wherever, and from England, jolly old England. And yeah, the jolly old thing. And then let's start with the jolly old thing. Let's start backwards from Sunday, that I remember. This Italian kid, a little Marciano type, little tiny little boy. He's about 5'10", and he was fighting this Samoan, Jolly Obroya. I'm just butchering his name, 27-0 with 21 KOs. Score Claudio Zucoro, 17-0 with 9 KOs. Well, he put up as good a fight as a little guy could. The Red Bull got bloodied. The Samoan broke his jaw because the Samoans are very powerful people, very heavy boned people, and he's a good fighter. He's probably one of the top 10 in the world. But the Italian did it better than they thought, and he tried to do his best. He did. But he was no match. He was another level, as they say, another level. Now, on the end of that, there was Connor Wallace, 15-1 with 11 KOs against Dylan Collins, a Frenchie, 14-1 with 4 KOs. This was a competitive fight. Although Connor is highly rated in the IBF, he's a good fighter. He has an odd personality. He's Irish, and he's very Irish. He pronounced the Irish thing. He dressed like an Irishman, walks like an Irishman, drinks like an Irishman, and he does brawl. And he's Irish, and it's all. Oh, yes, he is. That's Irish all in all. Then there was Connor Dillon. What is this? I'm like messing up here. There was yeah, Dylan got beat when he beat him on points. Then there was the Golden Boy versus Eddie the El Terrible. Now this was an interesting fight. The Golden Boy, I don't even know where I am now. I've lost track. There's too many fights. The Golden Boy, I didn't see fight. I didn't see him. They didn't broadcast it. Uh, he was going to fight El Tebro, who has Golden Boy 15-1 with one with 8 KOs. It seemed a little like he would get knocked out because he was fighting as a tall, wiry Mexican 9-2 with one 921. What the hell? What a record! But all his victories by knockout. And he looked out terrible, looked like he was going to havoc that guy. Then they had the Wizard, Taylor Blizzard, 9-0 with 4 KOs against Rocky Ordine. Now, this fight was not so much. The two guys, there was a sparring session. They were doing with the jab. You're supposed to, get beyond that. Uh, Dylan, Danny Boy, another Irish guy. Danny Boy Keaton, 9-0 with 5 KOs against Blake Mitro, 16-6-2 with 4 KOs. That fight was interesting. Blake is what you call eccentric kind of guy with a haircut, lots of personality, but he's not that skilled, even though he's been around a long time. And Danny Boy was a big amateur. Yeah, big amateur. I'm gonna take this down. I got it. Let's see if I can put this up here. It's all taped to the wall here. I'm using my glasses this time. Forgoing my ego, which I don't want to obscure my baby blues or baby greens, depending on how you look it up. Now, then they had a fight. I think it was in somewhere. It was Cleveland or Newark or whatever. The Bismuth Sean Davis, 13-1 and 9. I don't even Edwin. He's fighting Edwin D. Soto's fight didn't happen. 16-2. He couldn't make weight. At the last moment, he says, "I can't make weight." Well, he knew this ahead of time, but he tried to do a smart alecky thing where we come in heavy and have a big advantage over the other guy by 5 pounds. This is wrong. The other guy said, "What am I doing? I'm not going to do that. I get paid anyway." So he got paid anyway, and he would won the title or not won the title. Mason is Mason. No, Sean is what probably one of the best prospects in the world, but he just ruined his reputation. Then, on top of this, a guy who just beat his cousin or his nephew or his brother, Calvin Davis, who was this guy called Albright, beat him. And his family attacked him. They got ghetto on everybody, and with kids around, and and the thing is, Sean Davis is supposed to be example to his community. No, this doesn't bide well for his being example. With as in the Spider-Man situation, with uh, with great gifts comes great responsibility. And he was gifted with the boxing ability and all that, and he didn't do the right thing. Now, who else is here? Uh, Bazooka 11 Authentic Fight Abelmania? 11 and 1. I don't even remember that. I was dazed. I couldn't remember everything. Dilan, Tiger Johnson, 15 and 0 against Josiane Burko, 17-3 and 1 with 11 kills. Johnson was good. He outpointed him, but he wasn't great. He did enough. He did enough to win. The other guy wasn't aggressive enough. Then you did really Astley, 14-0 with 5 KOs against Eduardo Michael Williams, 16 and 1 with 12 KOs. Yeah, this guy, this Michael Williams, tall guy, he's like a heavyweight. I'm telling you, like a heavyweight. The man's gigantic, 6 foot, has a heavyweight's reach. Little, little Isley, beat him. Actually, a little tiny thing. And now for the big fights of the weekend. I'm gonna move this to the middle of the thing, so I'm looking right at myself situation. Uh, Abio Wardley, 18-0 and 1 with 17 KOs, almost all his weight, was fighting JPH, Justin Huna, another Samoan, 12-0 with 7 KOs. This was I haven't seen something like this since Rocky Marciano beat Jersey Walcott. Justice Honey had outboxed Fabio for all the 10 rounds, and it was a 12-hour fight. And he had outpointed him, outclassed him, and all that stuff. Because Fabio is actually from white collar boxing, and he has no form. He's kind of awkward, and he's formless yet has a form. But the other guy was too clever. Well, one punch, and that's the thing all this guy needs, and he knocked the other guy out. Then the Samoan got some ash. Yeah. Then okay. Now this is maybe I have this all wrong with the Irishman. Uh Chris O'Reilly, it's St. Patty's Day, was fighting Liam Dilson, 15-2 and 1, the 3 KOs. Now Chris O'Leary had 16 victories with 9 KOs, big puncher. And it's not easy to get big fights, a lot of KOs in the UK because a lot of those guys they have survivors in there. All right, so that was a very good fight. That was a very good fight. In terms of seeing the one guy get the crap beat on him because he kept on coming forward, the little Dylan, because he's a pressure fighter with no punch. You gotta have a punch and no pressure fighter. Now, Nielsen Hasia 22 and 0 with 21, 20, 20, 20, 20 KOs against Patrick Kurta, Big Patrick, 22, 4 and 1 with 18 KOs. Two big guys with, but they're in their 40s. They're going for midlife crisis. Now, they're setting up a fight between him and I forget his name. He's an incredible fighter, very fast, very punchy. Um, well, anyway, they're setting up a fight, but there's a big age difference. And Hassan is a dangerous guy. He's got actually good reflexes. I don't know why he hasn't made the bigger thing when he was younger, but apparently he's a slow development guy. He's now the rebel Mike Perez, 33 and 1, 21 KOs. Cuban, but one of the Cubans who didn't make it. Maybe it's not disciplined. I don't know. He got knocked out, and every time he stepped up. That usually doesn't happen for the Cubans. I don't know what they give them in their mood, but those guys are amazing fighters. Well, Steve Ward and 50-3 had a good fight, but eventually the Perez win. And it was good. I made some money doing this. He's a quiet man. He got real quiet when he got knocked out. Now, the Magic Man, Sam Gellery, 18-1 with thank yous. He was fighting Gordon Orino, the octopus. This guy, he has an incredible amount of ability to survive. He's a good-looking guy, a black guy, great personality. He's the squid. I call him the squid because he grabs you and he stops the action. He had fought a guy who had all won his fights by knockout. So that's the story there. This is the weekend fight. There's anything else? Abdul Wilson? Okay, let's see what we've got. Yeah, there was another fight. Can't figure it out. Ah, can't find it. Anyway, it's Friday fights. Maybe I'll do that another time. That was Morrison against Wright. Okay. Morrison, let me take my glasses. Morrison beat Wright, and I thought Wright would write the thing with the big right hand. But because the other guy, Morrison, had lost to Torres, well, American heavyweight. It was short. This other guy was short too, but he didn't do nothing. Just kept following the big guy around. So the big guy lost a big right hand, and that was that. Anyway, who else? Who else saw on that card? Oh, they had this little midget was fighting the light heavyweight champion or the super heavyweight champion. And the super heavyweight champion is this black girl, very powerful, very powerful, big pressure fighter, but smothers her foes and uses her muscle around. Well, she was fighting, she's 5'8", she's about the size you be. And she's fighting this little Mexican girl, 5'2", Olympian, and she had fought at light heavyweight. I thought that she's getting herself killed. I mean, you gotta have a reach. She has a reach. You just doesn't reach in the featherweight. Now you know what? She beat the hell out of that big black girl, but they give the other girls. That is wrong. It's wrong because that little miracle, that little Mexican miracle girl. That's what I call it. And who else? Who else fought? Oh, I forget. This guy, he was supposed to lose, and he won. And he won. He won. He had the gumption, a Haitian sensation. That's what they call. I'm sleepy. What's wrong with me? What's is this? Yeah, yeah. Fabio and Fabio. Let me tell you something about Fabio. That guy never gives up. He never gives up. Now he's going to be out there. He's going to be a dangerous guy, no matter what. Right to the last moment. You get him before he gets you. So anyway, that's my weekend report. And I'm going to grow the beard again. I'm going to do it. He gives me rashes, but I got the cream for it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there we go. Summertime.